All right, folks, it's Saturday, and I finished the ramp for the most part. As you can see, the mud around here, the water, it can get pretty fierce, and I don't want to be up to my bootlaces in it once the spring really hits and the water starts really moving. So this is about as good as I'm gonna get. It's not super janky, but it is janky, but it works. It's pretty solid. I'm pretty happy with that. So project number one of the weekend is finished. Project number two things. One, we had to set up the woodworking area, so we're gonna move all of the logging equipment and move it over to where we fell that tree, out over there. And then we'll have more room to actually do the carpentry and the building and the framing. Right, so this is the back end, and we're gonna go along the path. It's one thing I'm doing, also raking out the path, that way we can expose nice ground and all the trash people have dumped here over the years, and hopefully get the ground to dry up a bit. All right, this is where we're going to do the milling or the lumber work over here. That's where the path goes off and over, and over there I believe is the creek bench. All right, so just in here, just raking around. As you see, it's not that far. It's a better setup. It's a little bit away. We can stop putting all the bark shavings and stuff on the ground, and we can spread them out somewhere here, or just make a nice border. But yeah, that's where we're at. All right, now that everything's moved over there, these are all the logs. I forgot to show you guys. These are all the logs we've cut so we could have foundation piers. But now I actually need like a workbench, so that's what I'm going to be doing here. Got a lot of leftover pallet wood. See if I can make me a workbench of some type. I don't know if it's going to be any good. Find out. Okay, we're getting there. It's upside down, but we're getting there. Basically make a box without a top or a bottom, however you're looking at it, and then put some legs on, brace the legs. Workbench. At least that's the hope. Alrighty, after a little bit of struggling, we have ourselves an actual workbench. Different than the little bench that's over there. That thing has a hole in the middle, that way we can run our saw and not worry about messing up a surface. Yeah, so this is it. Is she pretty? Nope. Is she sturdy? Ow, mother. Fuck, I got a splinter. Is she pretty? No. Can she do the job? Absolutely. Is it a relatively flat surface? Yep. We're gonna need this to eat our snacks on, and and to do other work and stuff. But we definitely need a flat surface to be out here. And like I said, this is just pallet wood, so I don't care what happens to it. I'm just glad that we have it. Cool beans. All right, we are buttoned up. Well, almost. We're almost done here for the day. I said we'll be back tomorrow on Sunday, and we'll be continuing. Hopefully my friend Calder will be there. I think he will. He said he will. I trust him. It'll be a good time. But we got some more work to do. We might be doing the connecting trail over to the primitive camping site tomorrow. Not really sure. Got to see how the weather is and how the ground is. As you can see, there's still big spots of ice. Not a whole lot of fun to walk on. Thanks for coming out with us today. So it's Sunday, and the ground is still a little too frozen for us to kind of clear any pathway, so we're going to be making the trail up to the primitive campsite. So we had to adjust fire. One thing I realized is that we really don't have a good place to store and dry firewood, which is going to be pretty essential and crucial if we're going to want to have bonfires, if we're going to want people at the primitive campsite to stay warm, and if we want the cabin to stay heated whenever we stay there in the winter. So that's pretty important. So Calder was over, and we just decided to make a very simple structure. And we are using a couple of really cheap tarps from Ollie's. They were 99 cents each to make the roof and the sides. And I have a much larger tarp coming in next week that we're going to use to do the final covering, kind of like a final skin, and hopefully do like a flap door. But yeah, that's what we decided on for today, and it turned out pretty good. It's pretty stable, and we're excited to fill it with firewood.